What if you were told that nearly 500 years ago people danced themselves to death, literally? In the heart of Strasbourg, the year was 1518. The city was about to witness an event as bewildering as it was terrifying. It all started with a woman named Frau Troffea. One day she began dancing in the streets. But this was no ordinary dance. It was frenzied, non-stop, and utterly uncontrollable. As the days rolled on, her solitary spectacle turned into a mass performance. One by one, others joined her in this mysterious dance. A crowd, then a throng, and before anyone knew it, around 400 people were caught in this deadly dance-off. The city's cobbled streets echoed with the ceaseless patter of feet, day and night. No rest, no respite. And so, the city of Strasbourg was gripped by this bizarre and deadly dancing epidemic. For days on end, these people danced, seemingly unable to stop. Their bodies moved rhythmically, tirelessly, hour after hour. It was as if they were entranced, caught in some relentless rhythm that only they could hear. They didn't stop to eat or rest, their bodies bending and swaying to an unseen beat, their eyes vacant and distant. The authorities, baffled by this inexplicable phenomenon, took measures that in hindsight seem misguided. They believed, oddly enough, that the dancing was a fever that needed to run its course. So, they facilitated it. They built a stage in the heart of Strasbourg, a makeshift dance floor for this bizarre spectacle. Musicians were hired, their melodies echoing through the city streets, providing a soundtrack to this relentless dance. The dancers, as if spurred on by the music, danced even more fervently, but their bodies were not built for such continuous exertion. Exhaustion set in, but still they danced. Their feet bled, their bodies ached, but the dancing did not stop. Some collapsed from sheer fatigue, their bodies unable to sustain the relentless movement. Others suffered strokes, their bodies failing under the strain of the ceaseless activity. Heart attacks claimed others, their hearts unable to keep pace with the frenetic rhythm that possessed them. In the midst of this chaotic dance, people began to die. The city authorities, who had initially encouraged the dancing, now watched in horror as the dancers fell one by one. The stage that had been built to facilitate the dance now became a morbid spectacle of death. In the end, the dancing plague lasted for about 2 months, leaving a trail of death and bewilderment in its wake. It was a dance no one had asked for, a dance that no one understood, a dance that brought not joy, but death. The dance of death, as it came to be known, remains one of history's most enigmatic and chilling mysteries. So, what caused this bizarre event, you might ask? Well, historians and scientists have proposed several theories to explain the dancing plague of 1518, each as intriguing as the other. The first theory, and perhaps the most widely accepted, is that of mass hysteria caused by extreme stress. The people of Strasbourg, it seems, were going through a tough time back then. Famine and disease were rampant, and the stress of it all could have triggered a mass psychogenic illness. This phenomenon occurs when a group of people, often those close-knit or under stress, start to feel sick at the same time even though there's no physical or environmental reason for them to be. In this case, the illness manifested as uncontrollable dancing. Then there's the theory of ergotism, a condition caused by consuming grains infected with a fungus called Claviceps purpurea. This fungus produces ergot alkaloids, which are structurally similar to LSD, a powerful hallucinogen. Could it be that the people of Strasbourg were inadvertently tripping on bad bread? Some historians believe this could be a plausible explanation, although others argue that the symptoms of ergotism don't exactly match those of the dancing plague. Another theory points towards religious fanaticism. Some suggest that the dancing could have been a ritual performed by a religious cult. Or perhaps it was a curse, a divine punishment for some perceived sin. This was, after all, a time of superstition and fear of the supernatural. While the true cause of the dancing plague remains a mystery, these theories provide some plausible explanations. Each theory holds its own merit, and perhaps the truth is a mix of all these theories. Or maybe it's something else entirely, something we've yet to uncover. Regardless, the dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most fascinating and peculiar events in history. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most bizarre events in history. A strange occurrence that left a profound impact on society, sparking intrigue and bafflement in equal measure. This wasn't a cheerful dance festival or a coordinated performance. It was a grim spectacle of uncontrollable, exhaustive movement that lasted for days on end, with some people dancing to their deaths. The event illuminates the extraordinary power of the mind over the body. Hundreds of people were compelled to move in a trance-like state, their bodies seemingly acting independently of their will. This suggests a form of mass psychogenic illness, a phenomenon where physical symptoms with no discernible cause spread through a community, often during times of extreme stress or anxiety. The year 1518 was a time of hardship and famine. People were desperate, hungry, and afraid. It's plausible that the extreme stress of these conditions triggered a mass psychological event, with the dancing plague serving as an outlet for the collective anxiety and distress. Yet, the precise cause remains a mystery, a testament to the strange and often unexplained phenomena in our world. It's a poignant reminder of our limited understanding of the human mind and its profound influence on our physical being. The dancing plague also underscores the extraordinary resilience and vulnerability of the human body. People danced until they dropped, pushed to the brink of their physical limits. It's a chilling testament to the lengths our bodies can be pushed under the influence of our minds. Despite its historical context, the dancing plague continues to captivate us today. It's a stark reminder of the mysteries that still shroud our understanding of human psychology and the power of the mind. While the dancing plague may seem like a strange anomaly from the past, it serves as a reminder of the mind's potential for both resilience and vulnerability, and the extraordinary lengths to which the human body can be pushed.